What's up, guys? It's me, ElfNet Gaming, and I'm back from my break, my voluntary break. Really took a break from all of this video stuff to focus on some real world work. It's a real job that I have and some responsibilities that are never ending, of course. But anyway, this video is going to be me trying to give you a very basic tutorial on how to do the HoloClip on a model. We're going to be using a train model, of course. Since most of you are trained people, this will work with any model. As far as I could see, it would work with any model. So I'm going to go down to the Jazz Lock train build, if I can find it. I can't see. There. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to find the boxcar that he's made, the PS1 boxcar. I'm going to right click, copy to clipboard, and then we're just going to click it, spawn them in, pick them up like so. And next we go to the wire expression tool and we'll open this. Now you'll probably have to write a new one, so this is probably a good time for you to pause the video and note down the section in blue, because you're going to need this. Don't worry about what's under that. We're not going to be changing that. I'm going to walk you through basically what that does. But the section in blue, you're going to need it. This is going to be needed for just about every Holo E2 that you make. This is your header section, is what I call it. You have your name. When you create a new expression, you get this. So you can get rid of trigger. You can get rid of outputs. You can get rid of all this nonsense. And that will leave you with three options. Okay. Name, input, and persist. That's all you need there. Since I don't need this, I'll close it. Name, and then you'll name it. Of course, I named this one the Jazzy's Boxcar. Input is you open a bracket, entity, close bracket, colon, entity. Just like that. Persist, persisting A. You can set the model of your expression to chip itself. Mine is the origin model from S-Props. It's the little arrows, the red, blue, and yellow, or red, green, and yellow, or whatever, red, blue, and yellow, whatever the hell color they are. It's that thing. It's this. Okay. Then you have some header functions settings here. Stripe color 1, 2, and 3. You want at least 3 because you probably, if you're making a train with a stripe, you'll use stripe color 1, I guess, for the main car color, and then stripe color 2 for the actual stripe color itself, and stripe color 3 for details like handbrakes, handrails, things like that, if your model will allow you to put them on. In the case of the boxcar, I'm not going to be needing stripe color 3, but I'll leave it there. And then you need the car model function. Car model 1 equals, and this is where we're going to paste in the thing that we copied onto the clipboard in the spawn menu. Just control V that in. Since this is a boxcar, we don't really need a load model unless you have the body group where the doors are open, and I'm not going to do that here. You can do that on your own, and that'll be your load model. Logo, this is for your car's livery. Decals, ICG2, Illinois Central Gulf 2 logos. Clip angle is omitted, just like the load model. We're not using it. Entity set alpha. When I wire this to the prop up here, the entity, when I wire the E2 to that train boxcar, it will go invisible. and then I'll have to update the E2 for the settings to take place. Timer, spawn, 100 milliseconds. This is a delay. It's not really needed. I just have it there. Top, middle, and bottom. Okay. Not sure of a good way to explain these. Good luck with the Wire Wiki, because, or Wiremod forums, because they tell you to go read the wiki, and the wiki is very vague. I'm going to try my best to explain or show you what this stuff does. And I think I'll go on and load what I have onto the chip and wire the chip. That way you see that's what happens. That's what that little bit of code does. I don't have the logos loaded up yet, but you can see that it has striped the car all the way around. Now there is a way to eliminate, you know, the end of this car here so that it's all one color and the stripe doesn't wrap around, and that gets a little more advanced. You would have to play with the settings. Don't be afraid to play with the settings. You know, it's just a game. It's not like you know, it's your real car or something out in the garage that you're dicking around with. It's the best way to probably, well, I need my expression tool to probably go about this. Let's go back to the top. Please pause the video or whatever and look at the code, examine it, copy it, write it down, whatever you got to do. And try to learn from it. That way you're not in these servers asking people, well, how did you do this? How did you do that? You know, try to learn. You know, we're here to teach and, you know, to try to share. I'm not going to give anybody anything, but I will try to show you how to do it yourself. It's like there's a verse in the Bible about the fish, teaching the guy to fish. Give a guy a fish he eats tonight, teach him how to fish, he'll eat for now. That kind of thing. It's that whole type of thing, and that's, yeah. Okay, so what this first function is doing is this is splitting the car on the green arrow x-axis. Is that right? X. What is this one? That's Z. Z going up. X is the green one. Okay. I'm not sure. Oh shit. Okay, so to try to make this easy, alright, we're going to go copy this, and I'm going to hashtag. By the way, the hashtag or pound sign is how you omit things from the code. Okay, so that would be X, and I believe that one is Z, and I believe that one there is Y. YZX, which is weird. I don't know how that usually I say XYZ. It would make more sense if it was programmed that way, but it's not. Okay. You don't need that piece of code. Just trying to work it out where it's easy. So we're splitting it on the X plane all the way across, as you can see the orange and the white. Now this first top right here, this section of code is this top orange that you see on the car. The middle is the middle white piece, and the bottom is, of course, the bottom orange piece. And I can prove that by changing in the bottom stripe color to 3. People like to see proof that didn't happen, so yeah. I don't know what that is. That feels like that should be some national flag somewhere. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. It contrasts pretty nicely, I think. Okay, so right now it is split down the middle of the model for the most part. This is setting your plane to split on X. This is your position in either positive or negative numbers off of that plane. So if I were to go, say, 50, this is going to raise the orange bit up 50 pieces. See? Like so. Just like if I say negative 50, it will bring it down 50 from 0. So we'll set it at 10. and that's going to leave a gap in between like that. And this is how we size different stripes and position them. Because now this code is done. We're done with A0, the top. We're going to go to the middle, A1. And this is important, okay, when you're adding, this has only got one HoloClip on it, okay? When you're adding another HoloClip, you're going to copy like this one and paste it here. And it's very important that where it says A1, it needs to be A2 for your second one. And the same thing goes for the function down below. A HoloClip A2. If this is not changed, it's going to override the other one that has the same number above it. And weird things happen. So they have to go in sequential order as you add them in. Okay. Now, this one is negative 50 clip down. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to start that clip at 10. And that raises it back up to the orange. It filled it in. Alright. If we want to raise this bottom part of the white band up, we will just start shortening that number down. You know, we can go to negative 10 and it'll make it a thinner stripe, of course. Like so. But we're going to leave it at 50. You should get the hang of the idea by now what's happening there with that. And the bottom is the same thing. It's just reverse of the top. Okay, you're going to start negative off the center of X. And you're going down 50. So that will, or you're going, actually negative is going to equal positive going up. So yeah, examine the code. What I'm doing, I'll close this up, try to make it smaller, and we'll move on. I'm not going into hollow angles and clips and stuff like that. You can play with that on your own. I will put an example of a piece of code somewhere, but for the sake of time, I don't want to waste a lot of time on this. So we're not using that. Let's tidy this code up, tighten it up, get it all condensed. I'll leave the clip angle in, like I said. And now it's all on one page. You can take and you can examine this code, you can write it down, do whatever you want to do with it. Learn from it. Alright. Now we're going to move on to the Car Decals. Now I've already had these saved from another chip. I'm just going to copy them and plant them over. If you're familiar with the logo placer E2 expression that's already floating around, this is the same code. It's the same code. It's got a couple of little differences, but generally it's the same code. The only thing that we're changing here is we're going to put this in order, of course. It'd be A3 and A4. We made the logo here where we don't have to put in an actual file name on holo material. Now this is probably not going to set it in the right spot, but of course not. I have no idea where it's at. Is it in the train? I don't know where it's at. Where is this thing? I'm not sure where the logo is. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I made it the right number. I don't know where the ew. Where did I copy this from? I wonder. The world vector. Oh, that's that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is zero this off, because let's start with a clean slate. 5501 It's just like the logo placing E2. It's the same bit of there it is right there. I bet I need to move these out a lot. I was dicking around with a flat car last night, and nope, that's the wrong one. Well, one of these turns it so it'll be facing upwards. That is weird. I gotta find which one it is. I think it's this one. I could be wrong. Yep. One of these faces it out so I could see it. It must have been in the wall. There we go. Okay. Hollow angle, entity world angle, 90. This is how you flip it around, this line, and this is the position. So now that we got that one that way, this one needs to go back to that, and this one could be negative 90. It's got to go the other way around. All right. The height, 0. I think 73 is the right. Christ. Height, and it's in the middle. Shift it down 200 units. And that would generally be the spot you would want your train logo. Of course, like I said, if you know how the hollow logo placer E2, the logo placing E2 works, you can change the size, depth. You know, there's the mode. It's set to plain. I think that's the only difference in between the two. And you know, instead of sticking a chip on the train, you're doing it this way. So, and then you can adjust it in this E2 to how far off of the train car you want it, how close you want it. You know, you might want it where it looks like it's actually on the car and not elevated off of the car. I don't know, maybe you don't. I don't know. I'll end up having to wrap this up pretty soon, though. Our other logo's over here and spun upside down. Why is that? Why are you upside down? Why is that upside down, I wonder? Yeah. She's upside down, alright. She's definitely upside down. Now you're over there. It's not the right plane. It's all wrong. This is where it confuses me sometimes, because the wrong angles, if you don't have the angles right, on the other, for one or the other, they do weird things like this. Okay. Maybe. This thing's so hard to fucking shoot sometimes. Whoa. Where'd you go? Where are you? Where did you go? Where are you? Where did it go? Oh. It's gone. It's okay. I can get it back. Well, I said I can get it back. I don't know where the hell it went. shit. You know, screw it. I'm gonna copy this one. Put it down here. Something's badly wrong here. And probably go that, maybe. It's maybe. I have no idea where is this thing? I don't even know where it's gone off to. How strange. That is really, really fucking weird. I don't know where it's gone. Oh, there it is. Oh, I think I got lucky there. But yeah, okay, that was it. It could go in a little more, I think. This is where you can get down to decimal values if you wanted to get in close with them. See, goes too fucking far in. Now it's gone again. What the hell? Where did it go? Is it in there? No. 67.8. Well, that's about as close as it's gonna get to the car. Seriously, that's about as close as that logo is gonna get. Okay, we don't need this stripe color in the code, so you don't need that. I'm gonna eliminate that for you. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright, so I take it you've already studied the first three. Now you can look at the car main logo. Hollow angle, entity, world angle, 90 degrees, faces it upright. Next one is what's going to rotate it around, depending on what side of the car you want. You either want 0 or 180. This will also depend on the car's native orientation. Okay, if some of the unions, trains, orient 90 degrees off normal, so you'll have to adjust this number to accommodate for that. And the last number flips it up on its back or base, or that way, and then you have this number here is 67. This is moving out towards the outside of the car, as you saw. This is going to be moving along the plane that is coming out from the center of the outside of the car. The next number moves it down the length of the car, positive or negative, and the last number is the height off of the center. It's going to move. So you got width, length, and height, basically. Just like in the original Expression 2 independent chip, you can change the scale of your deal there. The actual logo itself is changed up in the header, like I went over before, right here on line 9. Of course, you're persisting all your entities here. And don't change this line here unless you want some weird shit to happen. There's plane, torus, cube, sphere, things like that. Just leave that as plain if you're going to be doing that. I'm sure there's a way for like tanker cars you could use like a curve or a circle or something, or sphere to round them, but I don't know how to do that, so don't ask. Like I said, clip angle. Clip angle. Where would the... Damn, I don't even know if I don't know if I even have that. I used it on, what did I use it on? It was a Metro I was working on. It's the Coach EA unit. What is this EA unit? Yeah, here we are, the Metro. This is the clip angle right here. It basically, that allows, say I have clip angle 1 and 2, you can set different angles for different clips, and you would put it in the last vector call back here, enclosed in brackets like this, parentheses. It has to be in those for it to work, and that will just, and you can put a negative here if you need to go negative angle, and basically this is like just your global setting here. So yeah, it gets weird. I would not suggest using this right off, but for now, make note of this line here, or these two lines really, and omit that one on the end, of course. You know, get rid of the number on the end. It says clip angle 1, clip angle 2. Get rid of those if you're going to use them in the boxcar code, because there is no clip angle 1 and 2. It's just clip angle. So, and they have to go in here, this part here somewhere, like this. You would eliminate that or that one and put in, you would open a parentheses, clip angle /45 closure parentheses, and then, you know, and then carry on with your statement. I'm not going to do it here. You're going to do it on your own. Sorry. That'll be to practice. So anyway, this may or may not have helped you, I don't know, but hopefully that whoever watches and actually pays attention and studies this code bits will learn from it. Learn some basics, very basic stuff. And this code can be used together. You can actually put things on your train. You can put boxes in the boxcar with this code. You know, just make another function and have another. You have car model. You can put in that load model equals, and then the model itself, and then put it in load model and put it on a 0 to 0. All these are zeros. Holo positioning 0, don't clip it, and position them in your train, load like boxes or whatever, you know, sky's the limit. Do what you want with it. I will post this code in the description box below, and I hope that somebody can take something away from this, can learn something. That way you're not left clueless about how to do this. As always, guys, it's good to be back. I am Elf with ElfNet Gaming, and I will see you in the next video.